Yes, people. What's going on? Welcome back to United View. Good morning. Welcome to another morning view with myself, Mr. Fleck, Mr. CEO Fleck. Happy Thursday, 14th of November, man. Let me know what you guys are on. Let me know what you guys are doing, where you're checking in from, how you're feeling. A lot to get through on this morning's show. I thought, you know what? We've done a sort of best starting 11 with Ruben Amorim. We haven't done here on United View a proper keep or sell, like player for player, pound for pound, leave no stone unturned type of keep or sell. Like the real crunch of it, the real crux of it, i.e. when you get to the summer, what are you doing if you're in control, keeping or selling? That's what I want to do today. I want to get into it properly. I want you guys to help me do it. We're going to go for it player by player. So we're going to talk about what Ruben Amorim needs to do in terms of keeping or selling. Matthias de Ligt has spoken out as well. He had a few quotes while he's been away on international duty, as always. That always happens. And you know what? A lot of people have been talking about it. We haven't really done it here. It's an all football thing, but you can't really ignore it. This David Coote situation towards the end of the show, definitely going to have a discussion about that. I want to see what you guys are thinking about it, what your views are. Keep them, obviously, you know what I mean, respectful, and that as respectful as they can be with the videos that we've seen. But yeah, you lot know my style. You lot know the energy and the vibe of the channel. But we will talk about that because yeah, it's absolutely insane what's happening there with David Coote. But back to Man United, we need to talk. We need to talk. Sell everybody. Video done, says Joker. You don't mean that. Simon McGill says 95% out. Rotted. Raw. Daniel Luciano says, let's get a quick 100 likes. Actually, before we do that, before we get into the keep or sell, yes, let's get a quick 100 likes. We're at 55 now. Quick 100 in the bag. Because you know what's going to happen later on in the show. We're gonna start saying, oh my gosh, we've got a good amount of people watching and we've only got this much likes. Lil Yo-Yo will be on to you lot. Joe Blackmore will be on to you lot. Daniel Luciano will be on to you guys. Steffi will be on to you guys. The mods will be modding. They will keep an eye on this. And we don't want to get halfway through the show and we've got like a bad number of likes. So let's get that 100 straight through the bag. We've got nearly 400 watching, 73 likes. You lot drop a like right now. If you're just joining, big up to you. Get your feet comfy, get your hot chocolate, get your coffee. Do what you need to do. Get your Milo. Yeah. Get your Karak. Yeah. Whatever it is you drink in the morning. Yeah. Green tea, fruit tea, whatever. Yeah. Go get it and get your feet comfortable and get the likes up. Let's do that. Yeah. We've got 84 as we're there. Right. Lil Yo-Yo, who says that? I agree with Joker. Joe Blackman says 95% gone. Right. Let's get into it. Yeah, cultured Fleck, 100%. If you know, you know. Right. Let's just start with the goalkeepers. You know, I should really pull up the whole squad list so I don't forget anyone. That would be a good thing to do. Man United squad. Let's just go to the complete one on so we don't forget even the Utes as well. This is the confirmed Premier League list. Right. Let's deal with the goalkeepers. Oh, you don't have to list the under 21s, do you? Let's deal with the goalkeepers. Altay Bayındır. Sell. Are we saying sell? Or are we saying because he's like second choice keeper and hardly plays, it don't really matter? Or are you trying to sell him? What are you trying to do? Sell? I think sell. I think we've seen a couple of times, and it's like we could probably get better. So we go sell, right? Everyone's saying sell. Oh no, everyone's saying keep. Make sure you lot do this seriously as well, guys, because there's a lot of players. We ain't got time for messing about. Yeah, I need honest answers. I no messing about yet. We could do a little bit of messing about later on. We need to be serious right now. Keep. He's a second goalkeeper. Why'd you sell him? Keep. He's inoffensive. Keep. Sell. Well, you know what? I might have overshot this. Keep. Does a job. Second goalkeeper. A lot of people are saying keep. Don't have enough games to sample size. All right, you know what? We'll keep him. Because actually, in the summer, the more you sell, the more you've got to do in the summer. But it's not. This isn't really a realistic keep or sell because we know we can't get rid of this much players anyway. So, all right, cool. MA says keep and promote to number one. I know you're not. I know you're not. You don't mean that. All right. Tom Heaton, third choice goalkeeper, there for the vibes, there to keep everyone on their toes. Good lad to have around the dressing room. Do know him well. Anytime you see him around the place, he's always smiling. Third keeper, I'd definitely keep him. Definitely keep him. If like, and just with someone like with him, it kind of depends on him as well. If he's happy to be third choice, get a nice little wage, does his England coaching as well. I think, but Thomas Tuchel's here now, so maybe not. But I just think we'll keep him. We'll keep him. Because it's just a 1 year rolling contract, isn't it? Onans. Are you trying to change Onana? Some people yesterday were saying flex. Let's not forget this. He's not good enough. He's not good enough. And I don't know. I think he's starting to calm down. I think he's cool. I think he's starting to settle down. He has started to settle down. And I would definitely keep him now. I don't think there's any alarm bells ringing at the moment that suggests we need to sell him. I think actually, as the team gets better and plays in a better way and becomes a better team with a better manager, then I think we actually have to have a look at him under that. Yo-Yo says, Uncle looking better. Diogo Costa, keep him on speed dial. Well, I don't know, mate, Marcus. You saw Diogo Costa when we played against them, Porto. Moving mad. He was moving mad. Keep for now. Someone just said there, keep for now, Vic says. Yeah, a lot of people saying keep for now or 50-50. Jury's out. But no one's saying get rid. Absolutely not. I think it's more, we need to see a little bit more from him. But he's doing all right now. Definitely not one of our biggest problems. So I'd agree with that. I'd keep Andre. I'll keep Andre for sure. Onana's been great this season, says Ewan. I'm going to get you guys comments up on the screen as well. Get your super chats in, guys. Get your comments in. Maybe you never know. Lawbreaker or Nubian Pharaoh might be summoned, but we'll get as much chats as we can on screen. Onana playing from the back. Wow, he is superb, says Issa. Keep says Drew. Keep says Samuel. And I'd still keep for now. Good character and mindset, says Makish. Yeah, he definitely is a good character. Definitely is a good character when you're trying to build. All right, let's get into the defenders. Let's go with Johnny Evans. What are you lot saying for Johnny Evans? Now, I said, you see, the thing is about Johnny Evans, right, is that overall going forward, he's obviously the longevity is not there. You kind of don't want to have players at that age, you know. But when you think about what he does, he's low cost, right? He's got bags of experience. If you're doing what you're supposed to do right, he won't have to play many games at all. And I think it's more, you do need a dressing room culture. It's important. And so long as his legs can do it and his heart's in it and he's fit enough, which he hasn't shown us that he can't. You know, Kristen says there, player coach. I think keep. Black Sheep says release. How is this even a question? Well, it's a question only because, not because he should play, Black Sheep, but more because having someone around the place who's infectious on the others, who's a good pro, you can't underestimate them in the dressing room. You can't have too many of them. I'm not saying just dish out contracts for sentiment because Johnny Evans is a red and stuff. I'm not saying it because of that, bro. I'm saying it because he's actually proved in this season and mostly last season that if you need him for a game or two, he can come in and do a job. And he's a good guy to have around the place when you're trying to build a culture. So, and he's low cost, and you're almost giving him just a 1 year rolling contract. It's no big commitment. He understands the situation he's in. But listen, if he wants to retire and stuff, I wouldn't be devastated. He deserves to do what he wants to do. But I don't know. I would probably keep him. But someone else said there, sell and promote a younger player, which could happen if everyone's Vic, to be fair, says release and promote a younger player. And that's true. You don't just want older players just there for holding back younger players. But if there isn't anyone who they earmarked as a younger player coming in, and they can keep him for another, because for me, the rest, I'll get rid of a lot of others centre-backs. So there's going to be centre-back spaces for sure for me. But we'll see. But I think the general consensus is a bit mixed, actually. It's a bit mixed, but a lot of people are saying keep as well. So, but I'd keep. Victor Lindelof, I'd sell Victor Lindelof. I think most people I think, will we all agree on that? Am I going too far saying we all agree with sell Victor Lindelof? I think that's probably one of the most obvious sells you can get. Sell Victor Lindelof. And it's not necessarily because I don't like him. I actually think some of the criticism he gets is a bit too harsh, like saying he's trash and he's rubbish and this, that, and the other. I don't actually think that. I think he's quite a competent defender. Keeps it simple. I think at the top level gets found out, but by and large, he's fine. But he needs to go. It's time now. Like Yo-Yo says, good player, but let him go. He won't get a new contract, so he's going to go on a free. Yeah, actually, probably that. Actually, to be fair, he'll probably go on a free. But in the context of this, that means sell, i.e., do not give him a new contract. I think that's an easy one. We don't need to spend long on Lindelof. Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire's an interesting one because in this back three, guys, he'll play all right. He'll play all right. He'll do well. But his contract's up in the summer. But me personally, I would sell Harry Maguire. I think we can use Harry Maguire, like if it needs be, if there's injuries, and obviously there's a lot of games, so you need a bit of rotation. So I think he can play games like between now and the end of the season because, we've got Lenny Yoro coming back off a long-term injury. Always got to manage Martinez properly. You never know, the Ligt could pick up an injury. So we need some depth from now to the end of the season. So we can't get rid of him in January. But in the summer, it's time. Like we've been trying to sell Harry for probably a couple of years now. And I just think under this new manager, we'll start to go in a different direction. And this is where we start bringing in the centre-backs in the summer, hopefully, that are tailor-made to exactly what Ruben Amorim wants to do. Harry Maguire been a good servant for the club. I feel like he's been through some shit, proper shit, where he's had to be strong-minded, he's had to be resilient, probably made a few mistakes along the way with, certain interviews and obviously the situation that happened in Greece that time. But, he got given the captaincy early on in his Man United career, which I think was just way too big for him. Wasn't his fault he got bought for 80 million. It was never his fault. I do think people make out he's worse than he is. I think when his confidence was low and he was making some mistakes, he was meaned, he was dragged, he was really harshly treated. You can say you don't think he's good enough for Man United, but some of the treatment that he actually had was just shit. Was shit. It was over and above the scrutiny that he had, and I like that he showed a lot of mentality to come through, that strong mentality to come through. The England criticism, Man United criticism, and put in some good performances. So especially last season, I think he did. Especially when we had a lot of injuries. So yeah, big him up. And I think for the rest of this season, he can play. Like him in a back three will be fine. He'll be fine coming in for a game or two here or there. We're not gonna be able to play Yoro, De Ligt, and Martinez, guys, every single game. You can't do it. You can't do it. So between him, Lindelof, and Johnny Evans, between now and the end of the season, we're going to need these guys. So they've got a role to play, and I think they can play it fine. So yeah, his contract's running out anyway. It's a question of can they trigger his? I'm not sure if they can trigger his contract for an extra year. If they can, I would, so that we can sell him in the summer. If we can't, someone let me know. Have we already triggered his extension? I can't remember. Yes, we have, or yes, we can trigger it. Let me know in the chat when you lot catch up, because not yet. Right, we have. I can't remember. When did we do that? Did we do that last summer? Did we do that last summer when we tried to sell him and he said no? I thought there was still a +1. I thought there was still a +1 we can trigger, and then he gets cut. Aaron Bissaka. Yeah, there you go. That's what I was thinking. I think do exactly what we did with Wan-Bissaka. You trigger the extension so that you get some value, and then in the summer he's got a year left. You can, I don't know, probably get a light 15 million or something like that. Well, at least we can get something. You know what I mean? So give him the +1, trigger that, and then in the summer just say, listen, Harry, we're triggering this, but this is like we're going to be open to offers. So and you're not going to play. So yeah, I think. Do we all agree? Lisandro Martinez, keep. Like, there's just no need to discuss that. Because I did say we're going to do every player, no stone unturned. So I just need to make sure. I don't want to be biased by just speaking for everyone. But Lisandro Martinez, keep. Yeah, we don't need to discuss that further, do we? Let me get transfer market up actually, because what that will do is tell me how long a lot of these players got left. Martinez, there you go. What do you call it? Thingy. Lisandro, how long's he got? He is got a contract till 2027. So we just keep Lisandro, don't we? I don't think we need to talk about that. Let's go to Dalot. Diog Dalot. Now, Dallot's an interesting one because he's not in great form at the moment, but we can't forget that he is a good player. Does he fit the system? Does he fit what we want to do? I think he can adapt to a right wing back. I think he has it. July 2028 with an option of a further year. So he's got plenty of time left. He's got best part of 4 years left on his United contract. So he's on a big contract. I would keep him. Someone just said there, sell Dalot. He's not. He's rubbish. Everyone's saying keep. Good squad player. Worth some money. Yeah. Jan says sell. Sell gone. He's trash. He ain't good. Stop act like he's good. No, I think Dalot is a good player. I think he's not playing well now. He's not playing well now, but he has showed us glimpses of how good he can be. He has showed us glimpses, especially last season and the shit season for the whole team. I just think he's suffering now from just being completely burnt out. That guy's played so many games, and we've praised him so many times for being robust, for being, you know what I mean, really strong, hardly ever injured, always there. And I think it'd suit this system if he gets his form right. But I'm quite happy for him to just be in the squad if we then go and get a better right wing back or somebody more exciting in that position, and he could be a squad player. And you talk about mentality, he's definitely a good person to have in the dressing room. I do know that. Dalot can't play wing back. People, guys, we don't know this. We don't know this. None of our players have played wing back. None of them. We're like, well, maybe Luke Shaw has the odd time here, maybe at England, because when he used to be in the back three. Maybe Mazraoui has in his career. But in terms of week in, week out main system, our defenders haven't played it. So we have to be open-minded. We have to be open-minded, guys. I really do think that. But I'd keep Dalot. I'd keep Dalot. Some people are saying sell, but I'd keep him. I'd keep him. We agree with De Ligt. Obviously, that's a stay. Lucas Shaw. It's got to be a sell, man. It's got to be a sell. It's got to be, man. I don't know how many years he's going to keep going. The injury problems, we know, just won't go away. It's just, we've just had enough of it, really, innit? We've just had enough of it. Like, because the thing is, that every time you mention Luke Shaw, right, you have to say, when he's fit, he's good, but he's never fit. So it's like, just back to square one. And if we start investing into the Luke Shaw stocks again, yeah, all that's going to happen is he's going to come back. He's going to be fit for a bit. He's going to play well. We'll win some games and we'll go, you know what? Actually, if he could just stay like, and then it's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. We know what's going to happen. And look, it's not nice. It's unfortunate. I don't agree with the whole, when people try and make fun of him saying, oh, he's fat and just eats and all of that shit. No, when he plays, he's a good player. Luke Shaw is a good fullback, but he's just not available. And if you're not available, we can't have you around anymore. It's that simple. I mean, look, if he went on a tangent of being fit for ages, which I can't see, by the way, but imagine he did, that would just be that we wouldn't believe it. We wouldn't believe him. We'd be thinking, what's he been doing all this time, waiting for Erik ten Hag to leave before he got fully fit. He will get fit enough to play some games under Amorim, though. And I think Amorim will quite like him as left wing back. And actually, as left wing back, a fit Luke Shaw, he does well. He's a good player. There'll be performances that he puts in this season, I'm sure of it, at left wing back, where we go, you know what? He's done all right. But guess what? He's going to pop down with injury and we're going to be in the same cycle over and over and over again. We've needed to fix that area of the pitch for ages. We attempted to go down that route when we moved away from Telles and went towards Malacia. Malacia provided some decent competition for Luke Shaw in his first season at the start. But to be fair, Luke Shaw raised his game and wrestled that back off Malacia and had his best season in a while. And then Malacia obviously had been plagued with injuries ever since then. One thing you can say about Luke Shaw in the past is that when other players have started to show that they could come in for him, he's always risen. When Alex Telles came in, we thought good. So I remember we kept seeing the free kicks he was scoring for Porto. We were like, right, this is the guy. This is the guy. Look at the crossing, dead, rubbish. Remember Alex Buckner when he was started to come in a little bit. We were like, yeah, oh, he's going to do this, going to do that, dead. Who else has given Luke Shaw decent competition over the years? Bothwick Jackson at a time. Do you know what I mean? He's always fended them off. He's always fended them off. And like someone just said there, Paul says Luke Shaw back up to Martinez for the rest of the season. Yeah, because when Martinez can't play all the games, Luke Shaw left centre back as well. Quality, got no problems with him being left centre back in a 3 or just left centre back in a 2 if he had to. He done that a few times when Martinez was injured and played absolutely fine. And I remember getting a bit of stick when I said, listen, him at left centre back is not that bad. You know what I mean? He's fine. He could do a job just as well as Martinez. I was like, no, he can. Not as good on the ball, but he's better defensively. But yeah, it's over. It's over anyway. It's over. A couple of super chats to get out. Let's do that. Oh, that's a name. Leonololo. I hope I've said that right, bro. If not, I apologize. Fix, if you sell, you should also have a replacement. Oh, flex, if you sell, you should have a replacement. Well, yeah, I get that. But, mate, we've only got so much time. Like, of course, in an ideal world, we should probably have that as well. But we're just doing just the sell. Because if we have to go into the exact player to bring in for that player, that's going to take too long. We're just doing the generic keep or sell. Tabra says, good morning to all the flexibles out there watching. Tabras, bro, they told you yesterday, man. They're not on that. They're not on that. They're not on that flexibles thing. They don't want to be called that, brother. Moving with them fruity names, bro. They don't want to be called that. You know what I'm saying? Nah, allow it. Your name is Fix now, Fleck. Yeah, we call me Fix in that super chat. But no, Tabres, just leave it, bro. Think of a different name, bro. I know you're saying about the delegates, like there's the delegates and then we need a name here, but it ain't flexible, bro. So just come up with a new thing. Right, let's keep this moving. Mazraoui, obviously keep, no need to discuss there. Let me go into the squad list to make sure I'm not forgetting any young defenders. That kind of got a shout. No, I think we're okay there. We've done Lindelof, we've done Maguire, yeah, we've done that. Martinez, no need. Mazraoui, cool. Anyone else? Malacia. What are we saying? What are we saying about Malacia? Do we keep Malacia right now? Do we keep Malacia? I think we do. I think he's had so much. I think he's had such a long time out. I think he deserves a chance. This is not a player who has just been injured his whole career and had like over 9 to 10 years like what Luke Shaw has at sort of getting a crack at being fit and doesn't manage to do it. Malacia is a guy that's actually shown a lot of resilience to come back from this injury, and I think he deserves the opportunity to try and impress this manager, especially for like a whole season next year. He deserves that at least. I think he deserves that at least. How long has he got left on his contract? I mean, we only bought him, this is his 3rd season. We probably gave him a 5-year, didn't we? So at that age. So yeah. Actually, he runs out next. Oh no, 2025. Yeah, so he's got 2 years with an option. Yeah, 2026. He runs out in 2026, but the club has an option for a further year. So yeah, that would be about a 5-year contract. Keep him. I'd keep him. Let's see how he recovers, how he has recovered from this injury. I think over the coming months we'll get a better idea of where he's at. Does he look like he was never the same after that injury? Way too early to tell. I saw someone put out an injury saying, put out a tweet on X saying, he looked like he didn't trust his body or something. I was like, what? He actually looked all right against Huddersfield. He was putting in tackles. He was going forward. He looked quite intense. He did look like he put on a bit. Which you're out for 18 months or 517 days or whatever it is. You're going to put on a bit. You're not going to come back in the exact same body type as you did 517 days ago. But I think that's for him to work out. I think that's for him to, you know, get a feeler for where he's going to end up and how he's going to be, and how he's going to be able to bounce back from 2 knee ups, which is massive. So let's hope that he's all right. But I'd keep him. I'd keep him for a year. De Ligt, obviously, I think we keep. Is there anyone who thinks that he's not it? He should leave. Is it, you know? Because I've got to ask these questions. Like I did with Martinez, I thought it would be a resounding keep, but I think that's very obvious that we need to keep De Ligt, right? There's no discrepancies about that, is there? No. I'm seeing a lot of keeps. A lot of keeps. Just give me the light. Yes. Only Souness thinks that way. Yeah, there you go. So we'd keep De Ligt. I think we agree with that. And Lenny Yoro, no point discussing because it's a definite keep. We ain't even seen him play yet. Harry Amas, youngster Harry Amas. I think, you know what? Our dream is that Harry Amas can play and turn into this wonder kid of a left fullback. But, what we think should happen or what we perceive should be happening behind the scenes isn't always how it goes. So unless Ruben Amorim can see him doing it and making that step up, then I just want him to continue his development, really. And whether that's alone, whether that's he's not ready for that yet and he needs to keep playing under 23s, I trust Ruben Amorim and his staff to sort of work that out, what's best for Harry Amas. Having had a look at him when we had a look at him in the summer, I think there were some positive signs. I do agree that he wasn't ready yet. I do agree with that. I know a lot of people criticize Eric for just not playing him when we were struggling and stuff, but I did see a few reasons why he wasn't quite ready yet. Same with Collier. But I will say this, is that he proved that he can actually, he has got some good attributes there. He's got quick feet. He's direct. He was decent in the tackle. He ended up playing against Mo Salah, let's not forget, and some decent wingers. But I think he just needs a little bit more development. But we don't know what that will look like. Maybe that development's with Ruben Amorim training in the first team and getting used to playing this role, and he might look at that. Or maybe it's alone, or maybe it's going to continue with the under 23 squad. So let's wait and see. But I like the look of Harry Amas, and I just whatever's best for his development, I'm on. I definitely wouldn't just sell him, like just get rid. I would keep him in the ranks and see how he develops, and let's see where we can take this kid, because he looks exciting. I think he's still only 17 as well. Where are we at for likes? Disgraceful. We're at pretty much 1,000 people watching live, which is good, but we're at 231 likes. This is what I'm saying, guys. We need that. We need that 500. We need the 500 likes. I'm going to take a little break while I get a breather. Oh, you lot can help us get to 500 likes. Let's do that. Come on. Help us out. Help us out. Where are we at? 252. We can get to 500, man. Come on, guys. Shame on all of you who have not liked, says Joe Blackman. Community, like the stream ASAP. 1,000 viewers should be 1,000 likes. No excuses, says Skiliano. And I know we forget to do it sometimes, but please remember to hit the like button, says Joe Blackman as well. And Tabra says like up the ting. Run the ads flex, said SLD. No, I'm not doing that. Excuse me. Right. I think that's it. With all the defenders. If I've missed someone, drop it in the chat. Let's run through this now. Let's get a bit quicker. Where are we at? Midfield. Casemiro. Now, everyone's saying he should start. We had this yesterday in what the best 11 should be. And a lot of you guys said that Casemiro is a starter now. A lot of you guys said that he's the one who should be starting next to Ugarte. Now, no problem. I said it should be Kobe Mainoo. A lot of you guys agreed it should be Kobe Mainoo. A lot of you guys said that it should be Casemiro. And it provides good cover and solidity, etc., etc. He's got 3 years left. By the time he gets to summer, he'll have 2 years left on that contract. This is his 3rd season. What are you lot telling me? Are you selling Casemiro in the summer? I'd start him with Ugarte. I'd start him. Him and Ugarte complement each other well. Yeah, but in the summer, would you sell or would you keep? If someone comes in for Casemiro in the summer, would you turn them away and say, no, he's integral to us? Because of the experience. Cass experience is a must, says Adrian. Depends if he can handle the intensity, says Andre. Lil Yoya says he has to go, blood. He has to go, blood. Hell yeah. Sell that. He's not Snake. Yeah, we should sell. He's 33, no? I think so, or 32. Keep him. We for his mentality, especially the Europa League. Them wages got to go. We need winners and experience. Guys, this is very mixed. This is very mixed. Because I do agree, you do need experience in the squad. You do need experience in the squad. I think Ruben Amorim will like to have Casemiro. Renegotiate the contract and keep. He's not going to do that. When players are on that much high wages, you can't go to them with 2 years left. And does Casemiro have an option for a further year as well? Casemiro. Oh, that's not how you spell it. What do you call it? Casemiro. He's 32, not 33. So he's got till 2026 with an option for a further year. But that's an option. It's not, the player can't say you have to pay me that. That's if the club want to trigger that, which I'm guessing they won't with his wages. I think, me personally, if the right money came in for Casemiro, I would sell him. I would accept the offer because I think that for them type of wages or that type of money that we've invested into him, I think with this new way of scouting players, with this new way of identifying players and the new way direction that we're trying to go in, we shouldn't be scared of letting players go and trusting that we're going to bring in something more suited. Do you know what I mean? Casemiro absolutely for the rest of the season has a role to play. I don't think he's as rubbish as people have said. I don't think that the system was helping him, but the wages that he's on and for how long his contract is hasn't helped. It hasn't helped. But I think he's going to be incredibly difficult to shift. So I think he's going to stay. The only way I think Casemiro leaves is if he starts to not play games and is literally on the bench most times, not getting games. He's 33. 32 going on 33. And you sort of freeze him out the team. So he's like, I want to play at this stage of my career, so I'll make a move happen. I'll accept less wages, etc., etc. I do think that. Because if you go, because this is what we should be scared of. If you let Casemiro go and Ineos, you know what I mean, go and bring in someone like Belieber from Brighton. Do you know what I mean? Someone young, exciting. You know that we can't. We have to look at that. That's what we're trying to build. You know what I mean? This is what we're trying to build at this football club. We want a new midfield, one that's very, very fit for purpose with the people that are in the right age, the right stage of their careers and the right profile. And we have to be ruthless with that and move players on to do it. So if the right offer came in for Casemiro, I'd absolutely take it. I just don't think it will arrive. In the climate, I don't see what that is. Joe Blackman says, good question. What is the right price flex? What, to let Casemiro go? I think anyone who's willing to take his wages and give us a semi-decent fee. We bought Casemiro for what, 70 million, didn't we? Jesus, or was it 60? Was it 60? I think it was 60. No, it was 70 million, isn't it? I think it was 70 million. Look, we're going to have to take a massive cut on that. Plus, he's on 350 grand a week. If someone offered us, I don't know, 20 million. If someone offered 20 million for Casemiro and was like, obviously, that means his wages off, I'd take it. Because there's not a lot of people that are going to put in big bids for Casemiro, whether that's Saudi, whether that's definitely if it's MLS. Like, we're not going to be able to get value out of Casemiro. Like, we can't get value. So I know it sounds crazy, but if someone come in and you have to cut your losses, innit? You have to get take what you can get. And that contract's running down. When it gets to this summer, he's only going to have 2 years plus an extension. So Nem Green there says 25 to 30. A lot of people saying 30. Joe Blackman says 30 at least, not 20. He can go for 15 million or less, says Dwayne. I need 30, says Bandil, 30 plus. We just got to be realistic. I just don't know if we can fetch that much for him. Because the wages are so high, I just don't know if we can get 30 million plus. I think we'll be lucky to get that. I think we can get between 20 and 30, whatever that looks like. Whether that's like 22 and a half or something like that. I don't think we'll get 30 plus. I can't see that for Casemiro. If I'm honest with you lot. Uncle says Casemiro has to go. How many top clubs have a 32 to 33-year-old on 350k a week midfielder starting? We can always buy another good mentality midfielder for less. And I agree 100% with what Uncle's saying. Like, financially, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. We have to go in a different direction. So if the right money comes in, I'm taking it. Christian Eriksen, contract comes to an end in the summer. I think that's an easy one, isn't it? Good servant, especially in his first season. And actually his resurgence at the beginning of this season as well. We shouldn't discredit him for that. And he's a good footballer. When he comes on for 15, 20 minutes to calm the game down, and you need someone to put your foot on the ball, he can do it. So he can play a role. But it's time. It's time. You know, Chris, he deserves to go somewhere again where he can go and play week in, week out as well. With everything he's been through in his career, with the incident that happened to him at the World Cup, or was that the Euros? Sorry, I think it was the Euros before last, actually, not the World Cup. With what happened to him, what he's been through, how he's recovered, which is just incredible. He deserves to go somewhere in Europe where he can just play, whether that's Ajax or, I don't know, somewhere in Italy or somewhere in Spain. Just let him go and play, man. Let him go and play. Dr. Shubnam says, we need a striker who scores 30 to 40 goals per season. Doesn't everyone? 30 to 40 goals. I mean, what striker even does that? How many of them even is there? You know what I mean? When you're saying 30 to 40 goals, that's Kane, that's Haaland, that's Lewandowski. That's... Would you even say Gyökeres? Would you even say consistently that's... what's his face? What's his name? Osimhen. It's very difficult, bro. Everyone needs 30 to 40, but it's very, very difficult. You know what I'm saying? Very, very difficult to get that. You know, Benzema's not there anymore. He would have done that. It's very, very unlikely. Salah, you know what I mean? But it's 30 to 40 is a big ask. Really, what you want is a striker who can get you 20. That's, you know, when you're getting into 30, 40s, you're talking... you know, that they're just insane, but it's very, very difficult to get that. But Xerxes is a total waste. He says, Haaland is average striker. We want a goal machine like Haaland, Gyökeres, or Osimhen. So that's what I'm saying. You're saying you want those types of players, which come at premium prices. But I hear you, Chris Wood. Someone said there. But Eriksen, yep, that's a sell. Kobe Mainu, we all agree that's a keep. I don't think there's anything to discuss about that. Here's one for you guys. Mason of the Mount. Mason of the Mount Rushmore. What are you saying? It's going to get interesting. Mason of the Mount Rushmore. What are you lot saying? Can he stay fit? Is there an option? Are you still believing? Are you going to give him a chance? Could he be perfect as one of these number 10s for Ruben Amorim? Look at this. Everyone's saying sell Mount ASAP, terminate contract. Bitcoin said he could actually do well in this, do a job in this formation. I agree with that. Keep one more season. Send Chelsea to jail for criminal sale. Keep Mount. Keep. Sell as he has some value left. I'm angry at people who are saying if he stays fit, it will be good. We will have to wait and see. Sell everyone. The Mount Hopium. So it is quite mixed, but there's more sell. I would say there's just about more sell. The system is made for Mount. The system is made for him. I'll give him that. Get that 7 shirt off him. That's true. Give him a chance in the system. It's quite mixed. Mount issue isn't competent, it's fitness. I agree with that. Uncle. But there's more. I would say there's more sell. I would, if he can stay fit from now to the end of the season and get some games, I'd give him 1 more year. I'd give him 1 more year to see what he does in the system. I would, but that me having to say if, again, I don't have the belief he will stay fit. I hope I'm wrong on that. Hope I'm wrong about Luke Shaw as well, but I think I'm right on that. I would give him another try. I would give him one last try with this manager in this system and see if he can get it. But I would say this though. We haven't really spoke about this, about if the money arrives. If the right money came in the summer, I would accept it. I would. I would. I wouldn't get, if there was a decent offer on the table, I would 100% accept it. But I wouldn't try to force him out. I ain't trying to sell him. I would try and give him a little bit longer. But yeah, I think as a 10 in one of these 10s of this Ruben Amorim system, he could be perfect. But listen, it's not going to happen. Lil Yo-Yo says, what's the right money? What's the right money? What would I take? So we paid 60 for a minute. If someone came and offered me 35 million for Mason Mount right now, I'd snap the hand off. I'd take it. I would take it. But look how, again, this is where we have to be realistic about the situation. With where he's been at for the last couple of years since he's come Man United, for 60 million, you're not even going to get half. You're not, are you? Really? Let's be real. You're not even going to get half. You're really not. So, yeah, that's why I would bite your hand off if someone actually you was silly enough to give us that at this stage. Like Show says, who's paying that? But Lil Yoga says, what's the price? That's what I was selling for. But we ain't getting that. So I think that's a sell. But like Casemiro, he's gonna have to find a role because who's gonna come in for him? Big wages, big contract. Nah, not gonna happen. Other midfielders. Bruno Fernandes, guys, discuss. Bruno Fernandes, the captain. I'm going to let you lot have your say and read it out first before I say mine. Discuss. Bruno Fernandes. What are you saying, guys? Keep. Like keep. Keep for now. Now we're talking. Untouchable, says Sosa. Keep. Stay. Keep for season or two. Keep Fernandes, says Tabarez. Keep. Bruno ain't going nowhere, says Joe Blackman. Magnifico to stay. Is anyone saying sell? Sell Bruno, get Wirtz. Who said that? Go ahead. Says get Wirtz. Someone just said there. PK says sell. He won't fit into the system. Sell in 2026. Bruno should go or one more transition season as he's in his 30s. Not many people are saying sell, but there are people who think that. Is that what's going on, Yo-Yo? People are too scared to say it. Keep Bruno, but take away captaincy. Sell Bruno in the summer, please. Keep if Amorim is willing to drop him at times. Okay, so it's a resounding keep. That's for sure. I would keep Bruno. I would definitely keep Bruno. For me, I would not entertain selling Bruno Fernandes. I think he gets it. I think you've got to be careful when you want to discard players who can effectively have an impact on the game. Do you know what I mean? And if we're gonna go in a direction, I think we should go in with this manager and play the type of football. Someone like Bruno is going to be really, really important. Really, really important. So it doesn't mean he should stay indefinitely, but I would definitely give him a season with this manager and let the manager build a team that is right. And then hopefully Bruno can end up being the cherry on top that he always should have been, as opposed to everything goes through him. So for me, it's a big fat stay. I'm definitely keeping Bruno. The not captain anymore bit. I don't mind with that. I just think who else? Who else? De Ligt could be captain. Who else could be captain? Someone that we may not be thinking, like Ugarts. Who else could be captain? Who's captain material? Dallow's not playing well enough. Martinez captain. Yeah, he's got it, but a bit rash. I don't know. De Ligt's an obvious choice. He's been captain before. Onana. Don't know about that. We don't have a big option, guys. And this is what I mean. We have to just be a bit careful. We have to be a bit careful because Ugarte can't even speak English. Can't he? I thought he did. I said hello to him the other day. Maybe he can only say hello. That was not English. Yeah, we're not stacked, guys. We need to be careful. Like, we're willing to just discard these players like we're stacked. Like, we're not stacked with leaders, in it. So I don't know. I would just keep Bruno as is and let him help Amorim get used to the job and be a voice in that change room, like he has been. So for me, Big fat keep. Anyway, who else in midfield have I forgot? Toby Collier. Let's quicken it up a little bit. Toby Collier, I think loan or stay in the squad and see how he develops. Casemiro Ugarte, I think that's a clear stay. I don't think anyone's going to disagree with that. I think that's it for the midfielders. Mason Mount, yeah, we've done him. Yeah, done. Ericsson, done. Yeah, let me know if I'm if I'm missing anyone, but I think that's fine in the midfield. Forwards / inside 10s / striker / everyone else. Oh, Dangor. Come on, I think loan. Let him go and do his thing. Let him develop, but he's not going to be part of the first team setup, is he? Right, let's go straight into this. Anthony, sell for me. We'll see what's happening between now and the end of the season, but I don't think that's going to be long for them to make up their mind that I don't think Anthony's going to have a future. I think that's an easy sell. Rashford, Marcus Rashford. Let's just get to the elephant in the room. What are you lot saying? We don't even need to spend long on Anthony. What are you lot saying for Marcus Rashford, guys? I need to know. Is there any way back? Is there any way back, guys, for Marcus Rashford? I need you lot to let me know. I need you lot to tell me. Raheel says, I would sell just the 3 to 7 shirt. That's obviously on the Mason Mount situation. Shout out to you, Raheel. What are you lot saying? Rashford. He's had enough time. No. Rashford, the first one out the door. Sell, says Asim. Definitely there is. He's been here since LVG Fleck, says Black Mahura. Keep, says PK. Rather Anthony than Rashford. Wow. Wouldn't say that. Drew Ellis, 1 more season. Keep Rashi, says Edgar. Time to say goodbye to Rashi, says Mac. Academy hype, get rid, says Show. Sell that guy if you sell Anthony. Rashford, the first one I've said that one. Sell Rashford, sell 100% PSR profit. So there's a lot of sell. He has to go. I think that's a resounding sell. I would sell Rashford. I agree, guys. No more chances. Sell Rashford, says Joe Blackman. I just can't see him. I just can't see him getting himself going. I think from now to the end of the season is a chance for him to prove otherwise and show something. But I don't think we're going to see it, guys. I really, really don't. I really, really don't think we're going to see it. And at the end of the day, it's down to Rashi. Like, he's had so many opportunities to come good, and he just hasn't. He just hasn't managed to do it. And I just think he just will benefit from a fresh start. I look at him, he just looks down, he looks miserable, he looks like he wants the ground to eat him up, to swallow him up, and it's just not happening for him, man. It ain't happening for him. So I think he could benefit from a fresh start. I think United could benefit from a clean slate, and we go in a different direction, because I just don't know how many chances he's going to need to actually show the player that we thought was in there, which is a shame, because I look at Rashi now and I don't want it to be like that. I want him to turn this around. I still want him to turn it around, but I just don't think he's going to. I don't think he's going to. So I would sell if the right money came in. But again, guess what, guys? Rashford, with how far his stocks have fallen, with the money that he's on, where's the obvious takers like in world football? I don't think there is going to be. You can forget PSG now. You can forget Barcelona and Real Madrid and all them types of teams. Where would he go? So, yeah, I'm not convinced. I hope he can turn it around, but I don't think he will. Garnacho. For me, it's a straight keep. I don't even think it's a discussion. I think when you look at some of the criticism that he's had, I think it's just a little period where someone wants the new person to blame. People want the new player to chat shit about, without letting him develop. And there is absolutely a discussion to be had about not rating Garnacho too highly and not over gassing him and saying he's brilliant. You know, that famous clip when I said he's a world-class talent because Tobes just pissed me off. I just snapped. I've got to take that down a little bit. I do believe that he's got a lot of tools that could see him be a very good player. But my point was a world-class talent is more that he's not world-class now, but he might have the tools to be. We don't know. But I would take it down a notch. I just think he's a very good young player. He's raw. He's fearless. And I think that he just needs time. He just needs time. Let him cook, man. Because he's doing better than some of your favorite players right now. That's what I would say. The stats don't lie. Right now, at this point of the season, he's doing better than some of your household names, mate. So I would definitely keep him. There's loads of potential there. It would be stupid to sell him now without seeing what he turns into. Ridiculous. I just don't get that. I don't get why you would want to sell Garnacho now. The kid has done so well in a short space of time. Of course, he's had a few bad games here or there, look bad form here or there. Who hasn't? We're looking at our talisman like Bruno, like Rashford and stuff, and these guys have had bad games as well. Let's not pick on the young kid who's new in his career and doing well. So, yeah, I would keep him. Joshua Xerxes, I'm going to say keep because I don't like writing people off too quickly, but I'm not confident. I'll be honest with you. I've said this before. I don't see it. I don't see it. You have to trust in a new manager. You've got to give him a chance. I think when someone's only been here for, since August, you have to give them a chance, but I'm not confident on Xerxes at all. The only reason I'll be keeping him is because it's so early, and that's unfair to just completely write someone off already. I won't do that. I think that's wrong. So I want to give him the chance to prove me wrong, give him the chance in a new system, new style, new demands, more confidence from him. He can get fitter and sharper because I do think he's better than what we're seeing. I think he's been really disappointing now, but I think it's too early to just completely write him off. But if I was a betting man and you wanted me to like make an what I think will happen, I don't think it's going to go the right way for him here. But it's too early to just say 100% it won't. So I'd keep him. Yeah, side eye though. Rasmus, I'd keep for the same reason. Well, he's had a bit longer than Xerxes, but the same reason that he's young. He's young. Again, he's struggling. I've got my doubts. I've got my worries about Rasmus. I think we need to go and get another striker. And if we did go and get another striker, that means we'd have 3. So something would have to happen to the likes of Xerxes. But Rasmus, he's got more about him than Xerxes for sure. And again, new system, new style. He's young. He's got a lot to work with. We've seen some really good bits from Rasmus. Not at the moment. He's struggling to get again. But the same way how we had to wait with him for a long period last season to get some confidence, and he hit that bit of form and ended up being our top scorer, and we saw some good goals from him. It's the same this season, and there's a lot of change. He's young, so I'd definitely keep him. Ahmad, definitely keep him. There's no hurry up and give this kid the contract. Hurry up and give him the contract. What is going on? Why is it taking so long? Give him the flipping contract. I definitely keep him. There's no other way to discuss that. And that's it. I don't think we've missed anyone out. Have we? Let me know if we can. Roy Keane. Oh, there's some quotes from Roy Keane on the overlap here. I've just seen. Roy Keane on Alejandro not celebrating after scoring versus Leicester. Don't listen to that idiot. There's idiots in everything. Them effing idiots everywhere. But my point is, when you score a goal, that's gone. If he's going to be upset with that, get a different job. And Roy Keane's right. There's idiots everywhere. So don't listen to the over criticism that might be, it happens in our fan base all the time. And actually, I'll be honest, this isn't about just one individual. It's not. I think that's unfair to just label this at one individual who may have aggravated him, right? But this is to the whole fan base. The whole fan base is culpable at some points at turning on player X or turning on player Y. Marcus Rashford's faced loads of abuse before, or like extensive criticism. Harry Maguire's faced it. Bruno's faced it. All the players have to face it. So Roy Keane's right. You can't when it's your turn to get it, you can't let that. You can't go, I'm not celebrating goals now because, when the papers might write bad stuff about you because you haven't scored in ages, you can't let it get to you. Make sure you celebrate your goals. So I agree with Roy Keane there. Don't let, I'm not just saying the one specific idiot. No, I mean the whole fan base. Don't let people's opinion get into your head. You got to block it out. You know what I mean? So yeah, there you go. But it did make big news, and you could tell that Garnacho was rattled by it. To be fair, yeah. There was some quotes from Ligt, which, to be fair, they're not massive. Actually, I could probably just basically he was saying, look, he's been harshly scrutinized. He's ready to. He feels very fit now. He didn't just come here because of Ten Hag. You know, it's sad that it didn't work out. He wanted to make memories of him and win games with him, but it didn't work out. So it is what it is. So that was it on the Ligt situation. The David Coote situation. Look, my thing on it is that he's done. I can't see how he's going to come back from this. There's no way he can ref in the Premier League again after this. I think that I think that there's the second video, I think, with the drugs in it, apparently. That doesn't look great. He's done. He's done. And one thing I would say, I'm never someone who's comfortable at laughing at someone's downfall. He will have to get the consequences of his actions. I'll say alleged actions in the second video because I don't know if that's him, but it looks like it's definitely him in the first video. If that's him saying them things, which it looks like it is, unfortunately, you're going to be held accountable. You know, his friend or his so-called friend has obviously got hold of that video, but to allow yourself to be videoed saying them things, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. So you're going to be held accountable. But what I do see on social media, which I don't like, is even when people have made mistakes and they've, you know, done certain things wrong, like people enjoy seeing the downfall, like laughing at him, like, ha ha, like this is funny. I don't take joy in that. That makes me feel uncomfortable. He's ruined it's his own fault. I ain't got sympathy because it's not his own fault, but I don't enjoy watching someone's downfall, if you get what I'm saying. So I see some people saying that he's got mental health as well. He's got, you know, he should have thought about these things before, but he's probably got a family or whatever. So I don't enjoy that. But at the same time, he's gonna get the repercussions that those actions will deserve. So my thing is that it's totally stupid. And I think actually on the first video, it wasn't so much that he don't like Jurgen Klopp. You're allowed to not like Jurgen Klopp. You're allowed to not like Ten Hag at the time. You're allowed to not like Eddie Howe. You're allowed to not like Mikel Arteta. Like in your line of work, when you come across people, there's loads of people you don't like, you don't get on with. That's fine. But when you're a Premier League referee and you get videoed saying that with the venom and the vim and the choice of language, the choice of words that he was using, and then when he went into the fact that, you know, bringing up the fact that Klopp's German, like he's a German, see you next Tuesday and all of that, that's when you're going into sort of like, it's indefensible because that's going into xenophobia. That's going into like racism. Do you know what I'm saying? Like because of where he's from, you're adding it into as an extra insult, and you're banged to rights when that happens. And you know, if he would have said in that video, I just never saw eye to eye with Jurgen Klopp. Me and him didn't get on. This wouldn't be getting that much heat. It wouldn't. It's because of the language that he used, and then started to say, "You German this." You're in trouble. So yeah, he's done. I can't see how he could possibly ref again in the Premier League. I can't see it. And yeah, that's my thoughts on that. I don't think anyone else really can. You can't argue with what we saw, can you? Smash the like on the vid, peeps. Big up for watching. Where did we get to? We got to 54 likes. Let's get to 500 on the way out. You lot can do that. I trust in you lot. And I'll see you on another video soon. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm out of here. Take care.